Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the next-gen version of NBA 2K23, going for the Rest is Just Academic. This is to take a 10-point lead into halftime. Before we get started, we're going to head over into features and we're going to adjust some things to make things even easier. So make sure you go over to CPU/user sliders and make sure you adjust these sliders in your favor. Of course, crank everything up on the user side all the way up to 100. And when you are done with that, make sure you trigger over to CPU and then make sure you crank everything down to 0. Of course, since we don't want to sit through the length of a majority of the game, we're going to also head into settings so we can turn the quarter length down. Thankfully, we are able to use 1 minute quarters, so we can get to halftime in only 2 minutes. So make sure you just set that, and then once you have that, feel free to hop into a play now game. This one has to be done in quick play, so make sure you take care of that. But thankfully, we are able to use 2 controllers. So if you can't do this against the AI, make sure you plug in a second controller, and this will be even easier. Make sure you pick your teams and all that stuff, and then make sure you get into the game. Best way to get the achievement is to just get the ball on the side who's going for it, and then just have them score. So thankfully, with those sliders in your favor, you should be able to score relatively close to the basket. So just keep putting up shots, and then once you get the ball on the second controller, just turn it over. So easiest way to do that is to just run it out of bounds, or you can throw the ball away, or you can get a backcourt violation. As long as the ball gets back to the first controller without the second controller scoring, you should be good for putting up more points and creating a deficit. And which one do you just want to make sure you get that deficit up to 10 points. So it should be pretty quick. You can get this done in about half of the first quarter or so. So just make sure you keep turning the ball over on the second controller, keep scoring on the first controller, and then just keep whittling it away until you get to 10. Once you do get to 10, you are just going to want to keep that lead. So the best way to do that is to just run the clock out. So just hold the ball on either side and then just have the shot clock run out. If there does happen to be more game time than shot clock time, what you can do is you can turn the ball over via shot clock violation and then just inbound the ball on the other side and then have them run out their shot clock and then just go back and forth until the entirety of the game time is over. So just make sure you do that for both of the quarters that constitute the half, and then once you do make it into halftime with a 10-point lead, you should be good for the achievement. So try your best not to score on the second controller, and if you really want to and are that bored, you can put up more points on the first controller. As long as it's a 10 or more point lead, you should be good for it once you tick out the last seconds of the second quarter. So here we are hitting halftime, and then once we make it to the other side, we should be good for our achievement. There it is. This one's going to be for 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.